Hi again, this is Salesforce with Paulina, and now we'll dive to the topic and question from you as well. If you can change your career from front-end developer like Node.js, React, whatever, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, to Salesforce, and how problematic it would be, how easy it would be. So I will try to answer this question because I was getting these quite number of times again. So let's imagine that you have some experience in front-end development already. This might be, so this for sure be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Ajax. This is like basic parts, and then you can know some concrete frameworks like jQuery, React, Angular, Node.js, like a full language, right? And all this kind of stuff. And you now want to, probably just change your career, so start with Salesforce and what you would need to learn. Basically, I want to say that you are already on a very great position because you know already the front-end part like fully, This means that you can design some pages, design some Ajax interactions, or any framework, doesn't matter which one, but you just know how the front-end part works. And now for becoming Salesforce developer, what you would need to gain is also the common knowledge about that platform, because it's still like the platform configurable, and you would need the admin part, so basic automations, how the object model can be built, what validation rules are, then some flows, all this kind of stuff. And also you will need to learn the backend part, which is Apex language, which is clone of Java. If you have knowledge of backend language like Java or any object-oriented language, it would be perfect, it would be easy, because really Apex is a simplified Java, not some, it's really kind of has less syntax, I would say. So not syntax, but I mean a lot of parts that are existing in Java, they just being cut out. And so it's simplified language, and you will just need to learn that. And the front-end part you have already. And in order to get a job now, about getting a job in Salesforce sphere, you can already apply with your knowledge, with your CV, like describing the full your front-end experience. You can fully apply to some companies that could offer you some mentorship and some just getting you into Salesforce world, because it's called like movement of the employees from one technology to another. That's quite normal. Even some some senior developers, some architects, they can also just switch the technology. I have worked with such people, so who, for example, was developing something 10 years in Java, and now they switch to, again, senior position in Salesforce, but they just need to learn the platform differences. So it's also possible. It might be a good option for you. So don't really, I would say you cannot spend time on learning by yourself. You can just search for the job and show your attitude, show your wish that you wish to learn and you want to learn, and will do it in the quickest times. And then at your work you will normally be assigned some mentor, and you will get some mentorship. So that person who will help you to build your path and to learn the topics that you need to know, and already you will be put to the projects to work on the project's infrastructure and to design something for the clients. And also, as you already know front-end part, you might want to start with learning our components in Salesforce or LVC components, Lightning Web Component. So these are two UI tools in Salesforce for designing the UI parts. So like Apex is backend, and on front end we have this LVC and Aura components, yeah. LVC is just more used, and Aura is older. Yeah, and we also have Visualforce. Forgot to mention it, but true. Okay, there's also Visualforce, some really old one from the times when Salesforce appeared. And yeah, these are three things then that you might want to start with, so you can kind of have an easy shift from front-end to backend. Because if you start with them, you can just implement some to have some visual overview. For example, this is how Salesforce looks, and everything what you see, each this square, each this thing. I forgot the English word for not square, but okay. So everything is everything are components. Each this square thing, but these are the standard ones, and very often the clients want to get some custom ones for whatever it is. For example, you can just if you are thinking how to start, you can create the org from Trailhead. Okay, I don't have a video for that, but if you go on Trailhead, log in there, and go to your hands-on orgs and just create playground. Yeah, you will create one. I have one created already, Salesforce with Paulina, the one that I launched now. And yeah, you can take yourself as a task to design the same component as you see in here from Salesforce. This nice green line, it displays actually their stages. So Opportunity has some stages. For example, if we change now to need analysis, you will see how this also has changed. So some really beautiful and super nice component. I love it. But so it's standard from Salesforce. You can just design the same stuff to try it out, to connect backend, to write some Epix controllers, and that's where you can start. Now about the difference of Visualforce, LVC, or Aura, what to choose first. Definitely not Visualforce, because Visualforce is not, it's really outdated. It's more currently in the real world, more like we are supporting it, but not much developing. So you can choose between Aura and LVC. If you are a really front-end geek, if you know all the stuff, know all the front-end, design best practices and all this kind of stuff, then you would love LVC, Lightning Web Component, because it has fully this architecture like front-end should be working. I don't have example, unfortunately, but you will see them. And if you're just not that geeky in architecture like I am, for example, I more prefer Aura because they look to be a little bit simpler for me. But it's just really in regards to the purpose, they both suit everywhere, but LVC is more used. It has the newest technology in regards to the safety and like encapsulation. So but it's really up to you. If you want simple answer to that, just start with LVC and you see where it goes. And you can then implement something like that and try it out. The data display, the button that does something, some pop-ups, really whatever. And also you will need to learn, or you will need to, get acquainted with the SLDC, SLDS, so Lightning Design System. It's some front-end designing part, like CSS, but SLDC, so some how to explain it, okay? Some UI framework that is built already in Salesforce, in LVC, in Aura, anywhere, and you just use it. So it's like if you would connect the Bootstrap to your CSS, but you just don't need to do it anymore because it's been here, So it's non-interactive part, just the visualization. So yeah, these 3 things are something what you can start with, and yeah, again, you can do it already on your work, on your real projects. Yeah, and also I have one thing to share with you in my videos. So here, if you would search, yeah, you can also find quicker the job if you pass one certificate, which is quite new, but it's really super relevant, would be for you. It's in here under Salesforce Developer. It's called JavaScript Developer 1. It's really a new certificate. It appeared just probably a year ago or so. And yeah, it is a certificate to pass when you are really coming from front-end, because currently it's really also big movement of front-end developers to Salesforce, and yeah, Salesforce has prepared such certificate for you, and you can also pay attention to it and pass it. The certificates are costing they cost like $100, I guess. But yeah, if you are within the company already, they would probably have some vouchers. But anyway, so this would be the cost, and this would, this would be a big advantage in your CV comparing to, other candidates, yeah. So, yeah, but then good luck in switching to Salesforce, and everything will be really easy because you have already started the programming. It's not that easy would be to the people who have not started programming at all. Yeah, but for you it will be really easy. Just go and do it and get it. So, okay, good luck. And this was some inspirational video from Salesforce with Polina. So, see you.